My name is Stephen Longshaw, and I'm part of the Science and Technologies Facilities Council, which in turn is now part of UKRI, or UK Research and Innovation. So I'm going to discuss today the Computational Science Centre for Research Communities, or COSEC as it's abbreviated, and its involvement with the new CCP-WSI Plus community. I actually work at Daresbury Laboratory, which is one of STFC's national laboratories, just situated outside of Cheshire. So I'd like to start just by giving a brief overview of CoSeC for those who aren't aware of what it is. So it's an organisation within an organisation. It's part of the Scientific Computing Department, and that's based at two of STFC's national laboratories. The first is Daresbury, and the second is the Rutherford Appleton Laboratories, just outside of Oxford. The director of CoSeC is Dr. Barbara Montanari, and currently it consists of around 35 people. So this is a mixture of computational scientists, management staff, and administrative staff. The majority of people involved in CoSeC are the computational scientists, and indeed the management themselves tend to fall into this category as well. The scientists within CoSeC each have their own domain expertise. So while all are computational scientists, each has an area of expertise, and this is typically within the engineering, physics, chemistry, or biology remits. Currently, CoSeC supports around 13 of the CCP communities, with CCP-WSI Plus being one, and also 8 so-called high-end consortia. So these are in some ways similar to CCPs, but with a different remit and fall into a different category. But CoSeC supports both the CCP communities and the HEC or high-end consortia communities. CoSeC delivers EPSRC's software and research support allocation that's awarded to CCPs. You can see there's a website there if you're interested, and also CoSeC has quite an active Twitter feed as well. So I encourage you to have a look and join if you feel like you want to. So now I'd like to move on to the plan that CoSeC has to support CCP-WSI Plus. So CCP-WSI Plus actually has been awarded the equivalent of 2 full-time members of CoSeC staff per year for the entirety of its 5 years that it's going to run. So this starts in October 2020. So this is a significant resource available to the community. And notionally, this effort will support 3 key work packages, and these have been designed to underpin and support the growth of the CCP-WSI Plus community. So these are Work Package 1, which is Scientific Code Coupling, Work Package 2, which is High Performance Code Parallelisation, and Work Package 3, which is Sustaining Outputs from the community. Within each of these packages, there is a flexible set of tasks divided over 5 years. So I've highlighted the word flexible here because obviously this is a large and potentially ever-changing community, and the idea of CoSeC support is not to rigidly stick to the original work packages as they were defined in the bid, but to make sure that the spirit of those work packages is captured, but the work that gets done is that's most useful to the community as it evolves. So briefly then, I'd like to just first go over Work Package 1. So this is the work package around scientific code coupling. So this is a fundamental topic for the CCP-WSI community, and it's more so for the new Plus version from October. The focus is on domain decomposed solutions, so that's where solvers are coupled together rather than the alternative of monolithic solutions where you take different types of physics and sort of compress them together into a single solution. And there are many reasons for that out of the scope of this presentation, but that's the focus of this work. So CCP-WSI has already developed a number of significant coupled software solutions to date. And this particular work package will build on this, and that will be by examining and integrating suitable general code coupling software libraries, developing coupling capability where it doesn't already exist in open source software. So an important remit of these communities is that everything is done as far as is possible in open source software, and that everything is released as is possible. And also to create robust couple capability between high fidelity computational fluid dynamics and computational solid mechanics solvers. So this is an important addition to the plus community. It's the idea that computational solid mechanics shouldn't be an afterthought in the FSI solutions that underpin the wave structure interaction community. It should be as important as the CFD solvers. And so also to better understand the complex coupled physics that are important to WSI, such as multi-fluid flows. And there's just a couple of screenshots there from some work done recently in the engineering group at Daresbury to understand multi-phase coupled solutions. So the second work package is code parallelization, specifically for high-performance environments. So WSI problems normally demand high fidelity or large simulations. So high-performance computing capability is typically paramount, and this particular work package builds on existing efforts from CCP-WSI by understanding and implementing important HP optimizations, such as dynamic load balancing within coupled solutions. So you can see here in these graphs some example work that's gone on recently, actually, with some of the CCP members and members of CoSeC, and this has seen a significant improvement in the runtime of a piece of coupled software produced by CCP-WSI by introducing dynamic load balancing. This work package will also look at creating, running and curating signature test cases, and also performing important baseline performance measurements and optimizations of important solvers for HPC environments. So on to work package 3, this is sustaining outputs. So fundamental aspects of a successful CCP include external dissemination and rigorous software and data curation. So this work package continues the work from CCP-WSI by looking at ongoing maintenance of the CCP website, support and development for software release frameworks, and also importantly, helping to deliver user support and training. Finally, it also looks to develop and maintain a CCP-WSI specific data repository. And this is an important piece of work that's begun under the current CCP and will continue under WSI+. So in conclusion, the CoSeC group will be supporting CCP-WSI Plus for 5 years from October 2020. This will include 2 people full-time. Work is planned within a 3-package framework, and it's designed to understand and implement high-fidelity code coupling, analyze, refine, and optimize existing and coupled frameworks, ensure the community has strong public-facing resources, and help to collate and curate the data generated by the community to create a set of standardized tests that are useful for both industry and academia. With that, I thank you very much, and I welcome questions.